I've always been obsessed with documentaries. Yeah, I would probably do them full time if they didn't take years off of your life and make you broke. You know, I think at the point when I realized that Errol Morris, probably the most celebrated documentarian, makes his quote-unquote money in commercials, I realized that, you know, I better stick with narrative stuff. But all my inspiration has always come from real life, and in particular with films. I've been more inspired by documentaries than I have by, you know, mainstream films. So I always knew I wanted to do one. I just needed to wait for the right time and the right person, and, you know, like I explained in the film itself, you know, in the early 90s in Austin, Texas, Kevin was kind of, I mean, you know, Kevin is the most inspired person that I've ever known in my life, and he's been kind of a beacon and sort of like a touchstone for me over the years to, you know, to continue to stay true to who I am and whatever channels are coming through me. So I think it was a few years back when I was doing some studio work, and, you know, I'm very blessed to be able to make the studio films that I make, but, you know, a lot of times you are making decisions as a committee. You are, every time you want to do something, you have to run it up the flagpole and not necessarily get approval, but at least articulate why you're doing it, what you're doing, and, you know, all the reasons behind it and what you hope to achieve by doing it. And I just started having this yearning to go back to making films the way I used to and the way that my brother and I did, which is caveman style, which is just get some stuff up and running, you know. Let's put some stuff in front of us, let's film it, and let's modify it as it goes. And you know, and Kevin in particular started to come to mind. I'd always been wondering what was going on with him, where he was, what was happening with him, and so I sent him that email, and luckily he responded, and, you know, we embarked upon a, you know, 3-4 year journey that's, you know, continuing right now. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, this is a life experience first and a movie second. And you know, the movie happens to be quote unquote over, but the life experience continues. I mean, I saw Kevin 2 nights ago in Los Angeles. He had 2 engagements. He played here at night. I just had a baby boy, so I was able to steal away for like an hour and 22 minutes and see Kevin play, and the documentary played, and, you know, now I'm able to do this Skype with you guys. So it's been an incredible journey, and I'm just feel happy and lucky to be a part of it.
Well, we really appreciate the opportunity, and then we thank you for making the documentary, because, I mean, in just the 2 short weeks that I've known Kevin, we programmed him in Austin during South by, and I didn't know that. And that was my first encounter with Kevin, and just, you're right, it's so refreshing. There's such a pure sense of inspiration about him, and there's absolutely no ego, and there's just this pure truth that he exudes, and you can see it affect people around him immediately. He just played at our Children's Discovery Museum earlier today. I was telling you on Skype that he played in front of these kids, and they were in awe. I mean, from the moment, you know, he's so soft-spoken and so kind, and it just, you pick up on that immediately, and you can't help but be affected by that. And I know why you're affected by him. I mean, I think he affects everybody in that same way. And Kevin and I were talking in Austin about losing your inspiration. I mean, that's one of the most curious things. I'm a musician, and I haven't seriously played music in a long time, and I just kind of lost that interest, and I've gone into filmmaking, but it's stifling to lose that voice. And I got to talk to Kevin about it, and it was really refreshing. Kevin, why don't you tell us a little bit about how you refound that, and what it means to you now to be back in touch with that?
Literally, as we speak, maybe a little bit, but like what's going on now, we're talking about this life project or the life story that's continuing. It's literally been now that I feel now that I'm stepping back into what I used to do. I had no idea, however those invisible connections, whatever that is, it's tangible. We're not able to see it, but it's tangible. That gift, that art, that flow, that screen, that purity, it's not just something to take for granted, it's it's like I'm speaking words, you know, ordering a sandwich somewhere. It took me years, over a decade, a slow drip process. I'm so thankful for it. I don't even know how to describe it. I didn't know that it was actually really happening consciously until Jay started asking me these questions of me at the beginning of the documentary. I didn't know that I've learned so much through this process, and I'm so thankful to have the opportunity. This is a very rare opportunity to have an artist like myself that's non-commercial per se, have the ability to go through all of this technical and creative process with someone who's a professional and who loves art and appreciates it as much as Jay does. So I'm very thankful to be able to discover, have self-discovery with artists. So hope I can be an inspiration to artists and people in general. So thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.